Welcome back, budget bakers. Today I have got a special treat. So we are going to be making cranberry honey butter. Now this recipe is fantastic to give as a gift if you're invited to someone's house for the holidays. So a couple of years ago I made this recipe and I brought a jar over to my mother-in-law because she was hosting Thanksgiving. She loved it. She served it actually for Thanksgiving and it was delicious on the warm rolls that were served. You can use this honey butter on rolls, on bagels, toast. Get creative with it. So I have already published a video on making homemade whole berry cranberry sauce. So the cranberry sauce costs anywhere from maybe $2 to $3 to make. That is it. And that really just depends on how much you pay for the cranberries, okay? So I will put a link below to the video on how to make your own cranberry sauce that you can use in this recipe. You can also go and buy buried cranberry sauce in a can and you can use that as well. But for the price point, you would get this whole container for probably less or about the same or less than what you can spend on a can. And it's fresh, there's no chemicals, you know the deal. All right, so anyway, so what we're going to do is we are going to take a stick of butter. So this recipe for the cranberry honey butter is, let's figure it out. We're using 1/4 cup of the cranberry sauce and 1 stick of butter. A couple of bucks? I mean, really, because all we're using is butter, cranberry sauce, and honey. And that's it. So again, a couple of dollars. So let's see how much we're going to get out of this. So we have our mixer prepared with the paddle attachment. It is important to use the paddle attachment for this recipe because it really does help cream the butter. All right, so we are putting 1 stick of softened salted butter into the mixer. You want to make sure you get all that buttery goodness off of there. Perfect. Okay, and then we are going to take, let's see, 1/2 cup of the cranberry sauce. So I've got 1/4 cup here, so I'm going to use 2 of these, okay? We're going to use 1/2 cup of the sauce. All right, so let's see, we've got 1 and 2, and I have to tell you that this cranberry sauce is delicious. All right, there we go. So I'm going to set that aside. Then we're going to add our honey, and I'm going to show you a little trick, okay? So we all know honey is sticky. If you ever get honey on your fingers, it's over. You need to get to a sink. You got to wash it off. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our cooking spray, and we're going to spray the tablespoon with that. Then we're going to put the honey in the tablespoon and then add it in. All right, so we are going to add 4 tablespoons of honey. Choose your favorite honey. Local honey, of course, would be great. You could support local beekeepers and farms and things. All right, so I think we're going to be able to get like 2 tablespoons before we have to respray the spoon. All right, so that's what I'm going with. All right. Yeah, the second one started to get a little bit on the sticky side, so we're going to spray it again. Not over there, Deanna. And we're going to add 2 more. So, come on. All right. So like I said, this is 4 tablespoons of honey in here. And the great thing about it, though, when you do spray the tablespoon, it comes right out. And you don't have to waste any, because you guys know I don't like to waste. What do I always say? Deanna doesn't waste. All right. Now I've squeezed my container to oblivion and it doesn't want to stand. Oh, it's standing. Okay. All right. So there we have it. And look, I have honey on my hand and it feels sticky. All right. So now we are going to take this and we're going to paddle it all together. You just have to make sure that your butter is at room temperature. So the trick is I'm letting it roll until I don't see any little pieces of butter left in there. It doesn't take long. It does not take long. Okay, so usually it takes about 2 minutes for this to paddle together, but for whatever reason, it's like super fast today. Let's see. Make sure that all the butter, all the butter's broken up. All right. So it could take up to 2 minutes for that. It just depends how hard the butter is. Okay, so when you look at it, it's going to be liquidy, all right? Because what's happened is the butter, it's no longer cold. So it needs to firm up again in the fridge. So what we're going to do is I've got a couple of jars here. Now I like to recycle my jars. So you don't even have to go out and buy jars if you have jars in your pantry. So this is a cute little jar. I love him. And then, so this one is one that I would use to give as a gift because it's nice and clean. And you can take, fabric and put it over the top, tie it with a ribbon. Cute, cute, cute. And then of course I have this jar. This is just my jar. So it doesn't have to be pretty and cute. All right, but let's say, for example, that we are preparing this to give to someone as a gift. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use a little measuring cup, and I'm going to scoop it out, and I'm going to scoop it right into this cute little jar. And I'm going to fill her up, and then whatever I have left, I'm going to put in my little jar. But this one's great because it's perfect to give as a gift. All right. So clearly it's messy. So you want to take a little bit of a paper towel, just dampen it up, go around the rim, clean her up. And there you have it. I'm going to put the lid on there. Perfect. We're going to pop it in the fridge. And what's going to happen is when it gets cold, the butter is going to harden up again. And we are going to have cranberry honey butter. Perfect for gift giving. Oh boy, what have I done? Totally lost my train of thought there, friends. But anyway, it's perfect for gift giving if you're invited to someone's house for Thanksgiving, Christmas, for the holidays, for any type of get together. It's absolutely perfect and delicious. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick and easy recipe today, this economical recipe, just in time for Turkey Day. So you can whip up a batch and go ahead and give it away as a gift. See you soon, friends. Here it is. It's been sitting in the fridge for maybe 45 minutes or so. And see, we now have cranberry honey butter. I have to say, it is delicious.